And hello, welcome to this video. I'm going to show you how to install Lammps using Arch shell using Docker. So for your information, this is not quite a beginner's video. You need some experience with Docker, and I recommend that you take a look at some of my videos where I have this Manjaro. Yeah, I have this Manjaro tips and tricks where I show you how to run Docker within Manjaro, and you can basically run Ubuntu, you can run Arch, you can run any machine you want. And why do I like to use Docker? It's because I can download a clean so-called operating system. It's not quite an operating system. I can download a fresh install of Arch, Ubuntu, whatever, so that in case I mess up, I can just start from scratch again. So, and you'll always run as root, so you won't need sudo or anything for the most part. Okay, so that's why I run Docker. So remember, you are pulling a new, you're going to start pulling a new Archlinux Docker from the Docker Hub, I guess, and where you can look for it, we are doing it on Docker, we are not doing it on Manjaro. So we are doing it using Docker. So that's what I want you to keep in mind, so that we can learn how to install everything from scratch and do it properly, so to speak. And if we mess up, we can always do it again. Okay, so let's see, okay, what's the image we need to pull. Okay, the image we need to pull according to the Archlinux wiki is called Archlinux. You don't do Docker run Arch. You have to do Archlinux. So that's what I'm going to do first. Okay, let me clear this. So let's do, I'm on my desktop, and let's do sudo docker run it. And let's do what we usually do, at least on my channel. Net equals host, environment equals to display, and you'll just do Archlinux. Okay, and I'm gonna type my sudo password. Okay, so you can't find the thing locally, so it will need to download. Okay, according to this one, is about 133 megabytes. Very small. Archlinux is a very minimalist distribution. So now we're just pulling this stuff from Arch, and once we start, we are going to have to install some basic packages, because things like vim, neofetch, and git, these are not enabled by default. And we also need to install build essential. Okay, build essential, because we'll need to compile. All right, so we are now in our Archlinux Docker. Now I just like to do some what do you call that, configuration. I am very used to the Manjaro style of coloring. Okay, the Manjaro style of coloring. So I like this interface where everything is nicely colored. Okay, so to do that, okay, you can skip this part if you are not interested, but I'm going to copy over the bash rc file using docker cp. Okay, so sudo docker ps-a. I'm going to find the container. So I assume you are kind of familiar with Docker already. I'm not going to go through the basics. I'm going to just assume you know everything. You know enough about Docker. So I'm going to show you. Okay, normally you can look at your bash rc file here, and I copied the version of bash rc I want onto the desktop. Okay, I copied a version of bash rc which I want to copy into this Docker onto the desktop, and I'm going to copy it into the Docker. Okay, so let's do that. Sudo docker cp, okay, bash rc, all right, in this folder, and then I'm going to put it in the container cool Archimedes. Okay, root. Okay, because this the root here, since we are running as root, this is like our home directory, so to speak. So I'm going to put our bash rc inside this folder. Okay, so to check if it's there, we can go back to our file here and we can go to root. Okay, our L command is not found. You can do ls-ll or ls-al to find that we have a bashrc file here. Okay, so we want to source this bashrc. Okay, and now we have our nice coloring theme. Okay, so, and of course I preloaded the alias. Okay, vi bashrc. Oh, even vi is not installed. Let's install the vim. Okay, all right, we'll need the we have not refreshed the mirrors or anything, so syyu vim. Okay, so yeah, this is just to update Archlinux and all the mirrors, kind of do a big refresh, and yeah, we'll be able to run vim. Okay, so the command is sudo pacman syyu vim and everything else you'll need. So all the dependencies will be installed. Okay, so vim bashrc, and you'll see that all the nice coloring is here. You can see that all these are basically our coloring code, which we just copied from Manjaro. So I like this stuff. Okay, so of course we can install neofetch just to show you that we are running on Archlinux neofetch, and this is we are running on Arch. Of course, the whole system is Manjaro. This is only a container. It's not a full Arch install. Okay, so what's the next step? Okay, next step is we have to try and install Lammps. Okay, and Lammps will be installed from the AUR. Okay, so I'm going to put all these inside the description below, so don't worry. But basically, this way of working actually is how you build a standard AUR package. Okay, AUR package is here. So let's go. I'm going to just place it in the home directory. Oops. I'm going to make a directory. What's this name? I'm going to make a directory called software. Okay, I'm going to go to software, and I'm going to do my git clone here. And of course, you would know that we have not installed git yet, so it's likely going to throw us an error. Let me get this done properly. Okay. Okay. All right. So we're gonna do it. Git clone. Okay, and it's gonna complain git's not found. So let's do pacman. We're gonna install git, and of course build essential, because this will contain base-devel. Sorry, base-devel. Yeah, build essential is for Ubuntu. So okay, so it's base-devel. Yep, kudos to you, those of you who actually spotted my mistake. So I'm just going to fast forward this bit, because we are going to install a few packages. I'm not going to have you see all of it. So I'm going to fast forward it, and yeah. So now we have installed everything. Hopefully everything we need. Oops. Okay, so yeah. Now that we have installed everything, let's try our git clone again. Okay. So this is just going to install a script. You see, look at Lammps, and you see this thing called package build. And there is just a few lines of code telling Archlinux how to build this Lammps. So the next instruction is for us to change directory to this Lammps file, and we do this makepkg s. So let's try makepkg s. So it gives an error because running makepkg as root is not allowed, as it can cause permanent catastrophic damage to your system. So to get around this, you can, well, this is this website by Allan McRae. Yeah. So he has this website with some humorous content, humorous, what do you call that, subtitle. Okay, but the way to do it is to use the sudo command in a different way. So sudo normally is used to run things as root or as administrator, but sudo in general over here, according to the sudo help, is to execute command as another user. Okay, so what we need to do now is to let's say, yeah, you look at this command. It says sudo -u nobody makepkg. So what, there is actually a user in every Linux install called nobody, a user called nobody. Okay, and to specify that you want to use a user, you use the flag -u. This is what I'm highlighting now. So the user we are specifying is this user called nobody. So once we do that, let's try sudo -u nobody. There's no tab completion. Okay, but sudo -u nobody. What are we doing? Makepkg and -s. So it says that we do not have the right permissions, so we'll need to do a chmod or chown. So I do ls-ll. You can see that this actually belongs to root. I need to change this package build file to nobody. Chown package build, or chown nobody package build. Okay, and we'll try again. Okay, it says we do not have right permission for this directory. Okay, not just the file, the directory you have to change owner. Chown Lammps or nobody Lammps. Okay, let's go to Lammps again and let's do the package build again. Okay. Okay, it asks for a password. Okay, hold on. Okay, so apparently it didn't quite work the way I wanted, but okay, let's see. We can do password. Oops. Password nobody. Okay, I'll just put a blank. Okay, nobody. Okay, so the password for nobody is nobody. Nobody. Oh dear. Okay, let me figure this out first. Okay, I just pressed Ctrl D a few times and apparently this is what the result was. Okay, let's try again. Makepkg s. Now I'll not provide any password. Okay, I guess that means you just don't provide password and that's fine. Okay, but over here, apparently the code still runs. Even if we don't provide password, we just press Ctrl D. If such a case happens, we just press Ctrl D and we'll get root permissions anyhow. I don't know why this is the case, but we'll need to install fftw and openmpi. So the way to do it is to sudo pacman ss. Let's look at fftw. So we can install fftw, So sudo pacman -s, the small s, this is the search function basically. So we can do the same for openmpi, and we can just install openmpi, and we also need to install cmake. So let's do openmpi, cmake, and fftw. Yes, please install. Okay, so we're gonna let it install the dependencies first. Okay, so cmake openmpi, and the last but not least, it will be fftw. So these are important libraries that we will need to make. So I'm like making a note of all these now, and let's try running it again. Sudo nobody makepkg. Oh, apparently it works now. This is what happened. So okay, so these things will need to be installed. I'm going to fast forward this bit, and in time to come we should be able to run Lammps. So I'm gonna fast forward again. Okay, so as you can see, the makepkg is now actually installing Lammps. So this is the AUR way of doing it. It's using cmake to do it. Okay. Now note that this will only, if I'm not wrong, install the very bare bones version of Lammps. So you will not be able to run every single example or tutorial file. Now we'll just let this thing run first, and we'll come back later. Okay. Okay, so this is what we have pretty much installed most of Lammps. The executable is called LMP. All right, LMP. So to run Lammps, you use the LMP. Let's see, LMP. Okay, it said the command is not found, so probably you need one more step. So remember just now there was a makepkg -s. The second thing you need to do is this thing called what is this? Makepkg -i. This is the one. So you need to do that. So we'll control D out of sudo and fail to install the build packages. All right. Sudo user nobody package I. Let me try. Okay, whatever. Okay, failed to install build packages. Okay, never mind. Let's do things the manual way. So okay, at least it shows most of the stuff from the Archlinux repository is here. Okay, let's go to the source. Go to Lammps stable. Okay, you will see that the build directory is here and the cmake directory is here. So what you need to go to that what you need to do is to go to the build directory, and you see that the file here, this binary file called LMP is here. So if you see this output being run, you see that Lammps is more or less installed correctly. Now normally if you go to any other folder and you type LMP, you cannot do anything. So I guess the next step you can actually do to make life easier for yourself is to run make install here. Where can you find this from? Okay, and what is the purpose of make install? Okay, so if you want to build Lammps with cmake, which was what was being done with the AUR version, you will just build the binary LMP there. So you see that LMP is inside this build, but it is not a so-called system binary. So you cannot run LMP and expect the system to know what LMP is from anywhere. So if I run LMP here, it doesn't, bash will say LMP is not found. I write LMP here, it will say bash LMP is not found. I will need to run it like this. So this is a bit inconvenient. To help make life easier and make it more convenient for us, we can run make install. And what it will do is now we can actually run LMP from anywhere. Okay, so this is the very basic version of Lammps being installed. It's already installed. And if you want to try, okay, and we want to try Lammps inside one of the examples, you can do the following. So make sure we are in, okay. So over here, we made this Lammps from our git clone. Okay, Lammps will be here. Package build will be here. We can go to source, go to Lammps table, and we'll go to build. Oh no, we'll go to this Lammps table 29 October 2020, and we'll go to examples. Examples is over here. We can actually copy and paste, and then we run it outside, but it doesn't really matter. So okay, here we are. We can pretty much so-called run a very basic version of Lammps. You know, some steps just now failed with our makepkg, but doesn't never mind. At least a basic version runs. It's a very bare bones version. So we can go to com, and then we'll see lots of things here. And that's if you try and follow this. Let's see. If you try and follow this tutorial over here, I'm not gonna watch good grammar and I'm not gonna watch the advertisement. But if you take a look at this installing Lammps in a Linux environment for beginners, you'll notice that the lady in the video, I think, actually runs Lammps with this incom.cu. Okay, so remember LMP is how you run Lammps. If you want to specify an input file, just -in over here, and you can do in.com.cu. Okay, and we can do that. All right, and what will happen? Okay, it says unrecognized pair style com. This is part of the many body package, which is not enabled in the Lammps binary. So what I was saying before is that what we have just installed from the Archlinux repository is a very basic version. So we'll need to kind of install some add-ons manually. It doesn't come normally with the Archlinux install. So that's another topic for another time. We'll try and fix this bug and learn how to do it properly. And that's all I have for you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video where I'll try to explain this.